tell me about your roles. Who are you playing? We'll go this left to right, I guess.
Snogs.
Yeah.
I play Snogs. He's just kind of the goofball of the bunch,
Okay.
I think.
Goofball?
Yeah.
All right.
And then,
I'm Preston. I played DeWitt Coulter. He's just big and quiet, got a little bit of a speech impediment.
Okay.
He's mean, I'll tell you that much.
Okay, all right.
So I play Weedy. He's the quarterback of the Mighty Mites, and he's a defender. He's a natural leader. He's first on the field, last off kind of guy.
And you said you're from here, so where are you from specifically?
So I grew up in Argyle, Texas, and so I lived there for the first 19 years of my life, and I'm currently in Orange County, California now.
Okay, very different.
Yeah, definitely a different atmosphere for sure, but it's good to be back in my hometown.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, what did you play?
My name is Manuel Tapia. I played Carlos Torres. He was kind of like the big brother, the more responsible one on the side. Yeah. So I'm from Fort Worth. This is home to me.
Nice.
So
Well,
yeah, nothing to
welcome.
do.
What part of Fort Worth?
I live in Saginaw, but I've been all over. I've been all over the place.
Okay. So the roles, were they very physical? Did you have to get in shape or stay in shape or?
Oh, yeah.
they were physical.
It was physical. I mean, it was
Okay.
real
Lot of hits.
tackling,
Yeah.
real.
It's for real.
Yeah.
I'm Woodrow Luttrell. I play Leon Pickett in the
Okay.
film, and I'm the kicker on the team, the goofball.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You sound like you're from the South.
Yeah, I'm from about an hour west of
I
here.
thought you were from around here.
Yes,
Nice
sir.
to meet you. What about you?
Austin Shook. I play Ray. He's a big old lineman boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was just talking to Wayne Knight, and he said he really enjoyed seeing the young actors really kind of come together as a team. What was that like from your perspective?
It was amazing. You know, we didn't know each other before we started filming. Within the 2 weeks or week that we started working with each other, instant connection, and we both were able to just play off each other and make the scenes and the football plays really good.
After we got done with the football training, we were all pretty tight. It was a lot of fun. For the most part, it was just trying to mimic how they played back then. They didn't hit how we hit today. Obviously, they had the low blocks and the things that are illegal today.
Interesting. So it will look a little funny maybe to us. We're
Yeah,
not used to it. Okay.
It's old school
But
football.
they did it back then.
I play Hardy Brown in the film.
Okay, so who is he?
So Hardy Brown is, I don't want to say necessarily a star player because the whole team's amazing, but he's kind of the extra spice that they needed to kind of get things going. He's got an innate ability to just hit things really, really hard.
Oh, wow.
And that's what he's kind of been known for in history, is he's just a very hard hitter. And Hardy's also just tormented by a pretty dark past due to it being the Depression, and he was a victim of his father being taken away from him from a gang during the Prohibition and whatnot. And so Hardy is basically a character that finds how to get his demons out and evolve as a human being through the game and through the orphans and playing with them. Especially right now, going through this pandemic and this idea of just, suffering as a community, like the Depression. I think there's certain parallels that not even we expected during this time, and so I think it's just a feel-good movie about coming together in general and having a community of people that no matter where you've been, always support you. And I think that's how people are going to relate, especially as a community, these kids had nothing, absolutely nothing. It's like not only were they orphaned, but the orphanage didn't have the biggest funds, the Depression obviously, so they really had to root together and create this love for life through football.
So go ahead and just tell me about your character.
Well, my character is plays the dean of the Masonic Orphanage, and back then it was around the time that they passed the Child Labor Act, so there were a lot of trade schools where boys worked with livestock or an Argyle's particular printing press for places in town, posters and whatnot. The girls did sewing and this and that. And so with my character, when this football program came in, when Rusty Russell came about, was a bit reluctant. But as things go along, you see him kind of turn around and change his tune and realize how wonderful this is for these boys, not just for the boys playing football, but for the entire school. Lift their spirits up, and which is what you need when you're in that situation. You don't have folks or they've had hard times, and to get out there in the world and succeed. And that's what Rusty Russell did, created an incredible football program there. Yeah.
A lot of depth there with that character.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You gotta go?
At least I didn't turn into the bad guy, so that's Frank Wynn.
I'll watch out for him. Good for you then.
Frank believes that kids who are orphaned and don't have parents should be put to work, and that he should retain the profits from their efforts. Is that wrong? Not to him, but it is probably wrong.
Okay.
And then when a coach comes into this school and wants to take these kids from their work of making printing to playing football, it's like he sees money going out of his pocket. So he gets upset.
Okay.
You could see someone getting upset. He's not a bad guy, is he? Yeah, he is.
Will there be hissing at the premiere when your character comes
I
out?
hope
People
not.
seem to know who you are already.
Well, I mean, I think one of the challenges of the film is to be in the same film. You're in an uplifting sports movie, and I don't want to be in a horror movie at the same time. But trying to blend into that, was part of the challenge.
Okay. Did you have fun filming?
Yeah, I did. And it was really great to see this bunch of boys kind of like come together as an acting team as well as being a football team. And it reminded me of when I was starting out, in movies and on stage with people of the same age, and how much fun that was.
Okay. Nice to relive that then.
Yeah.
How easy was it to turn this book into a movie?
Well, I wouldn't classify it as easy. I would definitely say it was a huge challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, when you have a 375-page book that spans various years, multiple characters, multiple seasons, it's overwhelming. What you have to do is distill it down to the finest moments and characters and beats, because you're working a 2-hour film, right? You've got a script that needs to be 120 pages max, and you've got a tremendous amount of material that all of it's great. And so you just start chipping away at it and figuring out what's the best element to create a 3-act structure.
How did our Fort Worth Film Commission do helping you guys out?
The Fort Worth Film Commission, my goodness, they were like the crown jewel of this entire experience. They came in, they brought us in, they actually found us the Pythian home. They introduced us to all the important folks in Fort Worth that we needed to connect with to get the movie made. Jessica Christopherson is incredible. Taylor Hardy was right there with her, pushing the story, pushing our agenda, knocking on every door we needed to get opened, and lo and behold, we pulled it off. Here we are.
Okay, congratulations.
And talk about this event. I mean, they have really pulled off a Hollywood-style event.
Right here in Cowtown.
Right here in Cowtown. Longest red carpet I've ever seen.
Really? Okay, we'll take that.
Yeah.
It's nice meeting you, Ty.
Good to meet you, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your
Appreciate
time.
it. Yeah,
Appreciate
you
it.
bet.